Namaste and welcome to Nav Insider. I am Captain Dharmesh and today I will take you through one of the greatest achievements of mankind, the Panama Canal. I have personally transited this canal and believe me, it is not just a shortcut, it is history, it is engineering, it is commerce and it is survival. Today, let's dive deep into the story of this canal that changed the world. More than a century ago, this land was carved, blasted and flooded to connect two mighty oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific. French attempt in 1880s failed. Diseases like malaria and yellow fever killed thousands. The Americans took over in 1904. And in 1914, the Panama Canal officially opened. For nearly 100 years, it remained under the US control. Today, the canal is managed by Panama Canal Authority, a source of immense pride and revenue for Panama. It is not just a canal, it is Panama's lifeline. The canal is 82 kilometers long. It connects Cristobal, Atlantic Ocean, that is the Caribbean Sea, to Balboa, Pacific Oceans, near Panama City. Ships are lifted using series of locks, Miraflores, Pedro Miguel, and Gatun. The principal, gravity and freshwater from Gatun Lake. Each transit uses around 200 million liters of freshwater from the lake. This water is released into the ocean and not reused. In simple words, it works like a giant staircase of water, raising and lowering ships across the land. On average, it takes 8 to 10 hours from one ocean to another. Vessels are assigned a canal pilot who takes navigational control. Tugs and locomotives guide and center the ship, preventing contact with the walls. In 2016, the Panama Canal expansion, also known as the third set of locks project, was inaugurated. It created new wider locks to handle Neo-Panamax-sized ships, up to 366 meters length, 49 meters beam, and 15 meters draft. This expansion doubled the canal's capacity and allows passage of LNG carriers and larger container vessels. Transit charges depend on ship type, tonnage, and cargo. A Panamax bulk carrier may pay $50,000 to $150,000. A large Neo-Panamax container ship may pay $3 lakh to $6 lakh for a single transit. The highest ever recorded was nearly $1 million. On average, the canal generates around $4 to $5 billion annually for Panama, accounting for almost 40% of its national income. Each ship uses millions of liters of freshwater from Gatun Lake. Rainfall refills the lake, but in recent years, climate change and El Nino have caused water shortages. In dry seasons, the canal must restrict vessels' draft, reducing cargo capacity, and even limit daily transits. This directly impacts the Panama's revenue and global shipping schedules. Almost every type of ship that floats on our oceans at some point passes through this corridor. The canal is also a major tourist attraction. The Miraflores Visitor Center near Panama City lets tourists watch ships rising and falling in the locks. Hotels and viewing platforms around Balboa and Gatun attract thousands daily. And for the world, the Panama Canal Authority provides live cameras, so anyone, anywhere can watch ships crossing from one ocean to another in real time. The canal relies heavily on rainy season, that is from May up to December, to refill the Gatun Lake. In dry months, from January up to April, transits are reduced. With every ship consuming so much water, the balance between the commerce and ecology is fragile. As a captain standing on the bridge, while my vessel transited from Cristobal on the Atlantic side to Balboa on the Pacific side, it felt surreal. You see the gates closing behind you, the water rising around your ship, and then suddenly you are lifted like a mountain climber, but on the steel and water. Hours later, when the Pacific opens ahead of you, you realize you have not just crossed the canal, you have crossed the history. The Panama Canal is more than a waterway. It is a symbol of human resilience, a lifeline for global trade, and a source of pride for Panama. But it also reminds us of nature's power, because without rain, without water, this canal cannot survive. This is Captain Dharmesh signing off from Nav Insider. If this journey fascinated you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because the sea still has 1,000 more stories to tell.